shit. Look, Brody, get your bread up. Why you down? Pick your head up. Mob around, I'm twisting letters. Moving funny, niggas fed up. Why you down? Get your bread up. Why you down? Pick your head up. In my town, I'm blowing stony. I don't check it, niggas know me. They should cheer us like the soda.
Yo, what up? It's Prez, PayDay LA. We back with another round of the Run It Up artist interviews. And today I got my boy Eldahrado in the building, man. Say what's up to everybody.
Sheesh. What's up, everybody? Much love to everybody tapping in, hyped to chop it up, you feel me? Happy New Year's to everybody. Yeah.
That's right, man. We about to chop it up about his influences, how he got his start, all that good stuff. So let's definitely get into it, man. I know it's a new year, and like you were just saying before, that you already been in the booth working on new music. What's some new music and stuff that you're working on right now?
Oh, yeah. No, I got a few tracks I'm cooking up. I got some new shit dropping next week with Jackboy Jsta. You feel me? Shout out Onsite Graphics. Did the cover art. I just did a post today promoting that shit, and we're gonna be performing that shit on the 31st at the Viper Room and shit. That's gonna be live performance and shit. So gonna be performing,
Fire.
be promoting that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, that's dope, man. I definitely rocked the Viper Room a few times back in the day. That's a legendary spot. You know what I'm saying?
I did doing my research. I'm always trying to tap into that little iconic venues. You feel me? And just get capture the nostalgia of the history of the venues and shit. You feel me? A lot of people
Yeah, like
that shit. You feel me?
yeah. It's an infamous venue, man. That uh people underestimate that Roxy, Whiskey a Go Go. That's over in that area. Like
Yeah.
Viper Room hella small, but they had some little celebrities overdosing over there. They had all the type of stuff they used to have going on in there. They used
Yeah.
to have like a
Johnny
secret.
Cash over there, all type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they got like a whole secret room in the back and stuff where I guess supposedly they used to be all, tooting and booting and shit. Um, but yeah, that's dope, man. Performing is all about, reaching the people these days. And even though you guys could do it online, it's still best to do it in real life, right? So definitely everybody make sure y'all go grab some tickets to that too on the 31st. Go hit up Eldahrado on his page. Obviously, you're gonna have it up there, But
Yeah.
how you get your start, man? How long you been rapping and when did you really get your feet wet in this music game?
I've been rapping for about, let me see, probably like 7 years, man. 7 years I've probably been rapping, but officially putting out music like on Spotify and shit since 2020. That's when I
Okay.
really figured out how to push it on streaming and shit. Before that, I was just like on just do like I would do like battle raps and shit. I don't know if you heard of Team Backpack and shit.
Yeah, I did Team Backpack before
I, I used to, I,
long ass time ago. Yeah.
yeah, I used to do Team Backpack shit. So I would start doing like I would fly to New York to Melrose Ballroom, do like little live battles and shit.
Mhm.
You feel, like over beat. That's how I started doing shit like that. Like, okay, let me
Oh,
just
word.
yeah,
That's
just
dope.
yeah, doing shit like that. Just trying to dive in different, like more like you feel me from the roots. You feel me like culture type shit, and then
Yeah.
slowly just building like, oh, let me do some tracks. But to be honest, bro, like I never really got like wanted to do music growing up. Like I just did this shit. Like I used to listen to like Jedi Mind Tricks. You feel me like underground shit, like
Word.
rap,
Yeah.
a lot of just different shit. And one day the homie was like, "Yo, bro, you trying to do a song and shit?" Like we just challenged each other. He's like, "Nah, you don't got no bars fully," and I was like, "Nah, I definitely got bars." So we was trying to just, you feel me? And I just fell in love with
Right.
that, putting songs together and different shit. And so just started
That's
doing like
dope.
Instagram posts, just putting shit on Instagram. That's how I tapped in with Team Backpack, and then just putting little, just like doing little Instagram contests and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah,
So you really was that's dope that you really came at it from, from the ground up, from the roots, saying I ain't even had no music. I just went out there to go rap, you
yeah,
know. That's real. You don't hear that a lot these days though, right? You hear
yeah.
everybody's a bedroom artist these days. Before they even step outside, they already got stuff on Spotify. And it's like, bro, you gotta
You
you
gotta
gotta meet
tap
the
in. Yeah.
people. Yeah. How did that affect you? Did it help you going about your career that way? How does it help you today? You know what I'm saying? Does it help you like on stage and stuff like that? Because you was already, you
Yeah.
know,
Not to cut your wisdom, but I feel like that definitely helps me pivot better when I perform because, like I said, battling or just being on stage, I've been booed on stage, I've been choked on
right,
stage. Like, oh shit, I got to freestyle some shit, I got to boom boom boom. So I know what that feels like to be like, man, the mic can cut off right now. We gonna rock this bitch. However it go, the fucking mic could cut off, the sound could cut. You know what I mean?
right,
I'm used to that shit. I get hyped with shit like that. You feel me? So it's like I like
yeah,
to be prepared, but at the end of the day, shit can go sideways, and I feel like going through moments like that early in my stages helped me bounce from shit like that. Like, all right, cool. I don't get stage fright or none of that shit. Like,
right. That's why I was asking. Yeah, that kind of gets all that out of you, all that
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
it's fried, and it helps you adapt. So that's dope that you learned that from there, man. And that's fine. I know you pretty all over the place with your influences, huh? What's a couple more of your influences and stuff? Like I know you're talking about Jedi mind tricks, but you also know like the homie TK and them and stuff like
Uh,
that.
I fuck with Cool G Rap. I fuck with let me see. Cool G Rap. I'm also tapped in with bro, like I said, Jedi Mind Fashion from Fresno and shit. I grew up
That's
bumping
my
Fashion.
brother. Yeah.
Fashion was heavy and shit like that. You feel me? I fuck with Fashion Tough. And honestly, just fall in love with my own story, bro, to keep it 1,000. Like
Uh-huh.
I was just write my own shit, and then I didn't really have like a lot of artists I would say I looked up to rap. You feel me? Like I never looked up to like wanting to rap. That's the thing. So like if anything, I got inspired by my own story more so. But I always had hip hop influence in my family. Like I talked about before, like my dad was like a break dancer, you feel me, from East LA. So like I
Right.
always had hip hop around the family and shit. I was never, so I guess I was always had that naturally, like knowing what is good music, I guess you could say. So maybe
Right.
that helped me make music because I was like, nah, I know what the fuck trash music is. So you feel me?
Yeah. And
I think a
that
lot. No,
oh,
go
go
ahead, my
ahead.
bad.
No, go ahead.
I just feel like a lot that's a pivotal thing too, because I think a lot of people grew up not having hip hop, so they had to sneak off and listen to certain shit, and maybe that influenced their sound a different way. You feel me, more negatively because they didn't come from the roots or heard hip hop from. You feel me? Like
Right.
most people had a different sound just because they dove into hip hop differently. I feel like they didn't know graffiti, they didn't know this, they didn't know that, so they didn't come up with the certain sounds that started hip hop. So I feel like
Right.
their sound of what hip hop is might be subjective, or most people's are different in that sense.
Which is true, yeah. But I think that's dope. That's in your family, so you saw it from a young age, the breakdancing and all that stuff. I think that's way different these days. I know when I started, my my parents wasn't dealing with none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
you feel me? Like,
yeah. How does LA influence you? LA, East LA. How does it
well,
influence you?
well, that's more so like, well, me, I grew up in the IE. You feel me? Like, I'm out here in
Oh,
the
word. My
Inland
bad.
Empire and
Yeah,
shit, but like that's
yeah.
what's
Talk
my
about
pops
that.
from and shit. But even that's an influence in itself. You feel me? Because like my dad growing up in East LA had that sound. He was bumping Tupac. He was bumping. You feel
Right,
me? All type of shit. You feel me? Like I said, I'm Chicano at the end of the day. I wasn't Paisa. You feel me? I'm listening to real hip hop, and you feel me?
right,
I'm not
right,
listening to
right,
you know, feel me? There's a difference. I'm not listening to corridos and this shit. We tapped in, so
right.
like my sound's a little different for that reason. So I appreciate having that, you know what I'm saying? And in the IE, we always had different movements. Like out here, we had the jerking movement, we had full shuffling, all
Mhm.
type of different shit. But
Right,
even that could influence my sound. You feel me? Just the sound of certain sound projection and certain shit could influence your sound, and I think just the culture in general and just growing up influences my sound in general, not just one particular artist or certain thing.
right. Just the whole region,
Yeah,
little gumbo of all of it, right?
not definitely.
Well, that's dope, man. So I mean, we like to ask the artists too. Um, what's like a good starter pack? Of like three songs that if a fan was asking what Eldahrado is about, what's three songs that they could listen to right now on Spotify, that'll give them the best idea of what you really about.
Got you. You could tap in. You could listen to my new song "Strolling." You could listen to "Function," and then you could tap in to listen to Bruce Lee too. Those are
All
three
right.
solid tracks. You feel me? If you want me to add four, fully, I'll add four. You feel me? Oh, you
Oh,
can
go
add tap
ahead.
into Astro. You can listen to that's an old one, Astro. That's a solid
Mhm.
track. You feel me? Some shit that I think people fuck with. So yeah, those are four solid tracks.
For sure, for sure. And yeah, cats, definitely make sure y'all go tap in on the PayDay playlist because we gonna have them up there and stuff too. Um, talk about the album you dropped last year too, man. Fortune
Oh,
favors the bold.
jeez.
Where'd you get that from?
Nah, man, fortune favors the bold. That's honestly, like I said, bro, it's about taking risk at the end of the day. You feel me? Like I had to, you feel me? We don't talk too much on the page, but you feel me? Like I had to do a lot of shit to secure funds to record that. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I was like, hey, when
Mhm.
I do this shit, I'm gonna title this shit Fortune Favors the Bold because it is what it is when I record this. You feel me? So I'm gonna live this shit through my music. So it's like at the end
Right,
of the day, that's what my music's a diary at the end of the day, bro. Like I'm not out here trying to sell nobody a fucking story. I'm telling people my life. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's fortune favors the bold. So I feel like a lot of people gonna tap in and relate with that because a lot of people go through shit. What doesn't for me, a lot of people have to take risk at the end of the day, whether you want to or not. Bills are low, different shit happen in people's life. You're like,
right.
hey man, we might have to bust this place, not because we want to, but because we need to. So
Facts.
that's more the energy I'm culminating in the project. You feel me? Shout out Red in the building. He did a lot of the production on there.
Dope, dope.
That my homie CG did some engineering on the project. You feel me? And yeah, man. So that's a project I feel like a lot of people should dive into, tap into, and just if you fuck with that type of shit.
Right, right. Yeah, definitely make sure y'all tap in with that, man. And that's real. It's about taking risks, right? You
Yeah.
know, all this shit is always about taking risks, man. Well, and you say you working on new music now. You got another project dropping, or you just gonna keep dropping singles? I know you dropped a few singles last year and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing too. I got a few singles, but I'm trying to change it up this year. I got a few singles and I got a couple projects lined up. You feel me? I got another project called Pain in the Progress we're working on. So that's some other
Uh,
shit. You feel me? Another thing, basically, you feel me? It's another model. We turning pain into progress around here, bro. We ain't no like soft shit. You feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, you got some pain, put that shit, turn it into progress, turn it into progression, turn it into, culminate it into
mhm.
something. So at the end of the day, don't just let that pain sit. You better turn that into to a bag, fully, you feel me? Run some shit up or something. But and I
Right,
think
like you said, making the plays to get to somewhere. Sometimes it take a little of that to get a little of this. You know what I'm saying? To get to where you want to go.
yeah, man, and I feel like a lot of people can relate with that. Whether that's you're at work busting extra shifts, you feel me? Whatever
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Whatever
right.
you can apply that to is just you turn the pain into progress. So that's the next thing we're working on. You feel me? So like, that's definitely something I want people to tap in. But I got a couple singles lined up with that as well that I want
Mhm.
people to, definitely tap in. Just build up to that shit. And yeah, I'll definitely be promoting that more so people can tap in.
That sound dope, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that too, man. And I like how your attitude is, just in general, in person. You definitely rock the show and stuff. Um,
Thank you,
tell
thank you. Not your wisdom, but thank you. I appreciate that very much and shit.
Nah, it's all good, man. Like, I love talking with cats like you and stuff because you got your head on straight. You understand what it is. You know that this shit, like when Nip most powerful thing was saying it's a marathon, right? Because all of it really is a marathon. It puts everything into perspective so as you building up these albums and stuff, what you said the new one's gonna be called Turning Pain into Progress, right?
Yep, pain into progress. Yep.
Pain, that's fire, bro. I can see that on the shirt right now. So that it's definitely about having that level head and understanding, hey man, we gonna get to it, So
Yeah, 1000%.
um yeah, but talking about payday too, how was your experience? How did you feel about rocking on payday and attending it and everything like that?
Oh, Payday was legendary, man. That was definitely a dope ass spot to rock. Like I said, the vibes was dope. I think just the energy is what it was really cool. It was really
Uh-huh.
like organic. You feel me? It's really grassroots and shit. You feel me? I had a lot of people just fucking with the music. I think it was just cool to tap in. You feel me? And one thing I really like, you guys had the cordless mic. You feel me? I was able to rock that bitch and
Right, right.
walk around that bitch. You feel me? I seen a couple people was like, "Hey, I didn't know you could do that." I was like, I don't know, but like, we gonna walk. I looked and walked in front of the monitor. The monitor made a noise, but I'm like, "Hey, fuck it, man. We gonna keep rocking this shit." You feel me? I'm just trying to walk around that bitch, but
Right,
but
right,
but it was
right.
definitely a dope ass experience. Definitely want to rock that shit again. And yeah, man, much love for even letting me on the platform and just giving me the space to rock the crowd. You feel me? And rock the stage. Thousand
Yeah,
percent.
yeah. You already know that's just the first time, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely want to have you back on and stuff. Yeah, real MCs, we love that cordless mic, you feel me?
Yeah.
We love that, so I'm glad they got it there. If we would have had time to sound check, we probably could have avoided the walking and speaker thing. But this hip hop, brother,
No, you feel yeah.
back it. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a legendary night. It was definitely a dope night and everything too, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to what you got dropping this year. I know 2026 just started, but like you said, I'm looking forward to turning pain into progress. Make sure everybody gets Fortune Favors the bold out right now.
Yep,
Um,
yep. Turn it up.
and tell everybody where they can find you at online, your website, social media. Let them
Yeah.
know your handles.
Not to cut your wisdom, you can find me. Everybody can find me at Eldahrado, Eldahrado _ on all socials. My website, you can find me on Hitmaker. You feel me? We trying to do direct to fans. You feel me? We trying to take this shit direct to people. That's what it's about. Keeping ownership of the music, but also keeping shit direct and building keeping that relationship with people at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, and I
Facts.
think that's really important. You feel me? I think we should talk about that real quick. Just, I think a lot of people are so quick to like, let me stream your music, but are you having connection with your fans at the end of the day? Like, you can stream some shit, but are you connecting? You feel me? Like, for instance, like just real quick, I had somebody that fucks with my shit. Like,
Go
yo, I
ahead.
bump your shit all day. My family bump your shit. I got my show coming up. I hit him up the other day, like, hey, bro, I bought you and your family tickets. So, boom. You feel me? Just because you a fan. You feel me? You fuck with me. This is more than streaming. You tapped in with me. That's what it's about at the end of the day. You feel me? If you want people to fuck with you, you got to show that. So I think people should look into that more. So I'm not just looking for streams. I'm looking for people to really tapped in and really want to rock with what I'm doing, and I reciprocate
Right.
that. You feel me?
Right. That's words of wisdom right there, man. Especially, I'm glad you said that, because especially in today's game, streaming creates all of these passive ass fans, right? It's more passive than ever. Like
Yeah.
nobody has to buy a CD, nobody has to buy music and stuff a lot of times. So you have to get them. What I always teach and why this is called PayDay and it's not called no other stuff is because it's more than just building community. It's building a ecosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
everybody getting paid for what they do. You know what I'm saying? The producer getting paid for the beats, the rapper getting paid for his verse, the fan is buying the CD, want to come to the show. It's all about paying dues. You know what I'm saying? And that's where PayDay come from. So I'm always preaching to artists about figure out how to get your customer, your fan from point A to point buying some shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's ticket, any of that. So that's dope. That's another dope thing that you said, that I'm glad to hear, man, because the engagement matters way more. The email list, you
Yeah.
these people directly, that becomes a person that could give you $100 worth of, you know what I'm saying?
No, 1,000%. Because like at the end of the day, like people be doing all this fake engagement. Them fake engagements aren't gonna buy tickets, bro. I tell everybody, people want them bots and all that extra. That's not gonna buy tickets, bro. Might look good a little bit or whatever, but like, you feel me? Like real engagement is where it's at. Tapping in with people,
Yeah.
having real.
Email list, if you ain't got email list, definitely start asking everybody for their emails, or like you said, straight texting cats and taking it back. In my opinion, I think everything's going back a little old school because
Yeah,
it's so passive with the digital stuff, man. So like when I look at artists to book and stuff, I can't go by the monthly listeners and all that unless it's crazy, like
yeah.
100,000, because it's not a barometer to tell me whether they're gonna be able to bring people versus me like meeting you and then we put a play together and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm
1,000%.
saying? And then I see that, oh, you got people come out. Oh, I see people fuck with you. That shit in person, the eye test always gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So um that's real, man. So yeah, let's definitely keep in contact, man. And all the fans, make sure y'all go tap in with Eldahrado on social media, Spotify, all that good stuff. And we definitely have him back on PayDay sometime this year. All right. So definitely stay up, my G, and let's get it.
Appreciate you, family. Much love.
Peace.
Peace.